Hi there. Chris here with well, it's probably a lengthy video. I have no idea once it's all said and done, once I'm done talking. This is my sharing of experience at Adepticon 2024 this year. Recently got back and I had a blast. I had not attended the event since 2019 before the whole world went upside down and, got quiet and just affected everybody, right? So yeah, Adepticon finally made it back. One of my favorites. Now I can't say I've been to every convention as I have not, but Adepticon is the one that if I am going to only attend one convention in North America, Adepticon is it. Reason being is that it is more wargaming focused, from what I understand. Now, LVO and Nova Open are the other two events that are on my list to attend, although I have not had the opportunity to go to either of those events. Adepticon I've been to many times. I've been to Adepticon, I think since 15 or 14. 14 or 15, right up to 19, and then 19, so 2020 missed, 21, 22, 23, and finally got to attend this year. Again, it is my favorite event to attend. It is a lot of fun. And for everybody else out there who's into their wargaming, their lore, their painting, it has it all. Now, from what I understand, Gen Con is a much bigger event, but it is all over the place. It is everything kind of geekdom, as it were. Whereas Adepticon is very specific into miniature wargaming. It's not all just that, but that's the primary focus. Same with LVO and Nova Open. I understand those are more tournament based and are slowly becoming bigger and bigger events. This year Adepticon, I believe it was like 8,000 attendees, which the last time I attended Adepticon, it was pushing, I think 5,000, maybe it was 4,000. It wasn't as high as 8,000. Maybe since the years that I've missed, it has been steadily growing. Of course, I think there was like 2 years where we didn't get Adepticon, but yeah, again, Adepticon is the event that I highly recommend anybody who's into miniature wargaming and painting and, all of this. Yeah, that's the event to go to. I'm sure LVO and Nova and any other kind of, I say smaller, but I mean, I have no frame of reference really. So, but yeah, that is the event I like to attend, as it's a lot of fun and it's great to reconnect with everybody. I had a lot of fun reconnecting with a lot of people who I hadn't seen in ages. Also, meeting some people for the first time as well. That was really, really great. And, being able to reconnect with all of you and also, with other companies and content creators and all that. That's all really great as well. And yeah, it's really why I attend these events. For me, Adepticon is a bit more work oriented as opposed to attending for a tournament where the tournament would occupy all my time, and then the evenings would be partying and what have you, and you get tons of that. And Adepticon, it is that. It's like 24 hours of gaming from the Wednesday to the Sunday. And yeah, if that sounds like a lot of fun to you, then yeah, you definitely should try and get your way to Chicago, Schaumburg, and attend this event, because yeah, I would like to attend Nova. Nova, I think, is in the summer. But yeah, again, really, really great. That's really kind of the short synopsis of all this. This video, I have no idea how long this is going to be. I have a whack ton of footage to accompany this, so this is probably going to be a fairly lengthy video. So if that's not something you want to listen to me ramble on for any length of time, then feel free to move on to the next Adepticon review, as it were.
Reroll one because you're in my bullseye. Score 4.
It's not really a review. Although I mean, like, I've been to plenty of Adepticons now, and so I guess I can, say with any kind of certainty, Adepticon needs to move. First and foremost, that's one of my first critiques, I think, would be of the event, is that it needs to move. It needs to get into a bigger venue. I'm sure many, if not everyone on that committee and the team and what have yous, the volunteers and all that, I'm sure they know that, and I'm sure they're working towards, attaining a new venue or working, streamlining whatever it is. I'm not a part of that, and they do a fantastic job. So, I think though the event has outgrown the Renaissance Center, which is the big convention center where it's held. One instance, obviously, that should be obvious to anybody who attended the event was people who have a hotel room at the hotel couldn't get their parking space back. I was hearing stories like that. That's a story I can't say for certain, but I drove around that parking lot and adjacent parking lots for a while trying to find a space. Couldn't find a space, and I actually went back to my hotel, which thankfully there was a shuttle running from the hotel I was staying at, which was the Regency, and to the Renaissance Center. Now, also, the Regency is kind of like Adepticon .5, where it had like the Lord of the Rings games going on, had like bolt action, a lot of the historicals were at the Regency, and it was like another whole other convention. Smaller, slightly. Oh, Star Wars Armada was also there. I remember seeing that as well. Man, I couldn't get everything. It was just so much. And you got to try to find a balance, especially when you're trying to do it as a kind of a work thing, between working what you want to accomplish and also spending time meetings and what have you to reestablish contacts and what have you. And I've been very, very lucky in the contacts that I have, that the support that I have and everything like that, and of course all of you members and Patreons. Yeah, I'm very, very lucky. I consider myself very, very lucky to be able to do this as my gig kind of thing.
You have 1 point, 1 hand, 1 point, 1 hand.
So it's good that it separates it.
Yeah, Adepticon. Yeah, it is definitely got to move. It's definitely got to find. It's definitely got to find more space. And yeah, that's the one critique. I mean, again, I love the event. I mean, I buy the merch from it. I get the glasses, the tumblers, the coasters, the t-shirts. I absolutely love the event. But yes, there are areas in which it can improve, and yeah, that's the big one, is that it is just it's outgrowing that location. 8,000 people, my gosh, and it's a big hotel with big convention rooms, as anybody who has been to the event. Yeah, again, it's just one of those things that you just outgrow. And yeah, I was really, really nice to see just the amount of vendors. The vendors are all the way out into the hallways. When I attended, like the very first time, I was by myself, attending as just myself, and had a blast. And then the next couple times I attended, I was part of a crew, and we worked the entire time. And it's a different vibe when you're actually working the event, as opposed to being just free willy-nilly and go about and do whatever you want, kind of thing. And personally, that's the kind of stuff I enjoy, is just kind of going at my own pace, showing up whenever I feel like, leaving whenever I feel like. If there's something else going on, I can go do that. I like having my freedom. But yeah, so I'm just trying to think of all the different things. I'm just trying to go through all the various things that were, you know, really, really fantastic, and some things that were, you know, kind of, yeah, it's just kind of, you know.
No, it is thick. A lot of it, it's like mixing mortar, I feel, which actually I think would be very good for the loaded brush blending, which I do not do.
No, I was gonna say.
But you will find that sometimes like it's just a piece of paint and
Whatever works for you.
I like to.
No, it's alright. It's more for he has occasions. So it's just like I just.
What else did we do? What else did we do? Shopped, did a lot of shopping, and again, you know what, for all of you out there who have never attended an event like this, yes, have some spending cash. It'll be you'll have a lot more fun. Also, you know, the food and everything like that. Buying food at the hotel, I mean, you're gonna pay hotel prices. Anybody who's done that knows what I'm talking about. This is a little bit pricey. But I mean, in Chicago, the food is so fantastic there. I brought my son with me, and you know, he had a blast. Not just at Adepticon, he also had friends in the area. So, you know, he was hanging with friends. I was doing my thing. He was doing his thing, and you know, everybody was having fun. Shopping wise, man.
Get the photo. This is your help. You are a last. You're basically a fight manager, and these are your platforms. You're free. You don't give a shit.
one deal I had gotten myself was the entire, well, not the entire. I don't think it's the entire. Maybe it is the entire. I can't remember. Coat d'Arms paints. Anybody who's been listening to my channel for any length of time knows that, I've been very interested in the Coat d'Arms paints, as they are the throwback to the classic Games Workshop paints that you used to get in the old box sets, the old, Citadel miniatures box sets that you used to have the Golden Demon on it. Anyway, picked up that whole set for a very reasonable price from one of the booths. Envy? I think it was Envy. Yeah, they had sets of the Coat d'Arms paints. I saw it. The price sounded reasonable to me, and so I bought it because it was reasonable, and I brought money with me to spend. And I'm very, very happy with that, acquiring that. I also picked up a nice little stuffy for the wife, the little worm from Labyrinth, and I also picked up, okay, don't nobody tell her, but I also picked up the little chibi Labyrinth, the whole ensemble. I'm planning to get that painted up, and I want to do something for her. I don't think I've ever really kind of done anything deliberately for her like that. And she is a fan of Labyrinth, and she loves that movie. It's one of those childhood movies that, makes everybody happy and smiles. And every time you watch it, you just instantly transported back to those simpler times. And Labyrinth, chibi form. Yeah, they're really, really nice looking models and everything like that. So I'm excited to get into that. What else did I acquire here? I'm sorry, I'm looking at my box set of things I acquired here. I've spent a lot of time at the Badger booth. It was really great reconnecting with Ken, and I picked up primer. I was badly in need of primers, and so I picked up the big 16 ounce, 14 ounce bottles. I got the gray, the gloss black, and the white, and then also got my hands on the metallic primers. I had no idea StanoRes did metallic primers, so that is one of the things I am going to check out once I get a chance, because also one of the other things is I acquired 2 new airbrushes, the Extreme Aero, and what the heck is the brush called? It is a dual purpose siphon gravity feed brush. I can't remember what the official Badger designation is for. I don't know if it had a name. I don't want to reach over and grab the box, but I'll have pictures up of it so y'all can see. And I do plan on, sharing my experiences with the brush. I've never used the brush before. From what I understand, the brush is intended for larger projects, and I have a whack ton of terrain to go through. I've got Necromunda terrain. I've got the Boarding Actions terrain sets to go through. I also have, like, my Necromunda project. I have a Necromunda project that I want to get started on, so I want to get into that. Also, I acquired a lot of primer, so I do plan on getting a lot of my miniatures done. I also have like a whole bunch of my Eldar, Leagues of Votann, and Necromunda stuff. I've got like the Ridge Hauler over here on my table over here that needs to get primed and everything like that. And so I've got a lot of projects on the go, as everybody knows. What else did I acquire? I got the Adepticon loot.
Can build your plate according to your play style. If you want to be all fire, be all fire. If you want to play with some mercs, we got mercs. Depends on who's on the story. The oldest trick. Oh, there's an
round 2 in. The dude iced the shit out of me. And then once again, round 2, I was like, do I play Star Wars or not? I'll hold it. Hey, how you doing?
No, I'm not. I claim it. I have plenty of plays. I've plenty of room. Maybe after you guys drive it. If you guys drive it, you bring all the...
Got the Warhammer commemorative models, the Kroot model, and the Cities of Sigmar model. And there was something else. Oh, stopped by Turbo Dork. Finally making face-to-face contact with Turbo Dork. I've had a working relationship with them for quite a few years, and yeah, it was just really great to talk to them face-to-face and, you know, share my thoughts and, you know, yeah. And of course I acquired some of the newer bottles, and Greg was telling me that there is a new formulation for the paints and everything like that. So I was like, ooh, that sounds very, very interesting. They also have them more geared towards cold weather shipping and everything like that. Like he was basically telling me about how they've addressed a lot of the input that they were getting as far as, you know, paints, you know, arriving kind of gunky and what have you, and any of the little problems, right? So they addressed it. They also put the paints in new, bigger bottles, and they also did a reformulation on them as well. So I'm very curious about that. Also, there is MIG Ammo. They have a new paint, Atom. So I acquired a set of that as well to try out. I talked to Andy really quickly, Andy Wardle, really quickly, and he was enjoying it, and he seemed to be enjoying himself, and you know, he really liked the paint. So yeah, give it a try. And yeah, it's intended, you know, for airbrush and hand brushing, as you know, any paint. I mean, like realistically, any paint out there in the world can be used by airbrush and by paintbrush. Like, you know, it's just paint, right? It's just really the body, the consistency. If it feels really runny, right, it's like an ink. And if it's really, really thick, it feels more like an oil paint kind of thing. And, you know, everything in between. And I know, you know, many people out there are like, well, I don't know which is which. And yeah, it's just knowledge that you acquire with experience. And that's all it is. And it's not a really big deal. Adepticon. What else we got to say about Adepticon? Loot. Got lots of stuff.
I'm going to go this way back up now.
It's important to give me the IRAS, the decision. Don't forget the paint.
is you without your mustache?
I'm gonna get back.
We're basing no bonuses and penalties for matches. So I just roll 9 dice. I save on 3s because cards are easier to hit the people. Well, alright then. I take 1 damage. It's not.
It's up to you. Do you want to try to just blast this dude?
Let's just try to
or do you want to try to
blast the big
roast all of them?
I think the big guy's the big threat.
Well, they need to stay back and you're going to hit on 3s.
Yeah. Well, because then it's...
Because you can focus.
Yeah, it was just really, really good. And yeah, it was really fun, you know, checking out the area and just going about my own pace. I had a lot of fun. And seeing some of the monkeys out there as well. That was really great seeing you guys. And yeah, one of the things that I did notice, now here I'm going to go off on a bit of a rant here, I suppose, but one of the things that I did notice that makes me hopeful for the future of wargaming is what I was really, really impressed by, especially on the Friday, Saturday, when there's more and more people attending, was the amount of people, the divergency of people. Usually Adepticon, you know, it's usually one body type and usually a lot of facial hair. And what I noticed this year, now I don't know when this started, but and it didn't seem like it was a lot of the, I noticed a lot of women attending, and because a lot of the painting questions I got, you know, some of them were from women and everything like that, and I was very pleased by that. That I was noticing more women in attendance, and not just, you know, looking like they're, you know, with their husbands or their boyfriends or, you know, whatever, right? And that I'm happy about that, and also I'm glad also that I'm seeing you know, different groups of people at these events. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, because that means that it's going to grow. It's going to become bigger. And yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, no, I don't, you know, I don't care for that, and no, it shouldn't get bigger, and but, you know, too bad. I'm sorry to say, but everything that becomes more and more established, and really, it's, you know, Warhammer 40,000 has been around for so long. It's really surprising that it is not more popular, really, for how old it is, how long it's been around, how, I don't know what the right word is, but yeah, it's part of North American, European culture. I mean, it's, you know, Asia, it's starting to get into, you know, there's a lot of Japan and China, and, you know, and I'm sure it's probably into India and all over the place, you know, and to Africa, you know, Australia, definitely, right? The Aussies love them some Warhammers. Of course, they probably don't like paying that price, but anyway, yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really, really great seeing how diverse the crowd is. I like that. One thing I didn't see a lot of was cosplay. Didn't see a lot of cosplay. Only see maybe 3, 4. I saw somebody cosplaying as Death Corps of Krieg. I saw Space Wolf. A couple of Astra Militarum. Wargamer girl. She was Astra Militarum walking around. I'm trying to think. Was there anybody else? I think there was a wizard, a mage. Yeah, there wasn't a lot. But the last time I attended, there was quite a few. I remember seeing a few barbarians. I saw lots of Mechanicus. Oh, I think I saw Mechanicus this year too. I think somebody was in Mechanicus gear. Oh, and there was a Pope. Apparently there was a Pope warning around. I assume he was an Imperial preacher. I assume that's what the cosplay was. I didn't get any pictures with them. I actually did not get a lot of pictures at the event. I was just kind of enjoying myself. And when you're enjoying yourself and into your thing, yeah, you're not really worried about the camera or taking pictures and what have yous. No, I was just enjoying myself. And it's been a long time that I felt like I could enjoy myself at this event. Not to say that in the past it was, you know, I had a bad time. I still had really good times. But the good times were a little bit better. as a consumer, just on my own, doing my own thing, moving at my own pace. Yes, I prefer that as opposed to being on a schedule, part of a crew and everything like that. I mean, I've done it, and, you know, it's not a big deal. Still have fun. But yeah, I like doing things my way. And yeah, it was good, man. I was good. I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself a lot here, because, I mean, again, Adepticon is the event that I attend quite a bit. And I've been doing it since, I think, 2015, 2016, something like that. I've been attending. And yeah, I've had fun every time. And it's been good. And it's, you know, and it's a chance to meet all of you, get to talk. I didn't do any gaming. Imagine, been there since the Wednesday. Got there and left. What did I leave Sunday? I just left Sunday, yeah, because I didn't say goodbyes or anything like that. I just packed up and left. So anybody who was looking forward to seeing me on the Sunday and have a talk, what have you, sorry, I left the Sunday morning. I wanted to get on the road. I had my fill.
Are they actually selling Hero Scale?
They are not. Pretty pics of these. It's actually video I'm doing.
Sure.
I do a YouTube channel.
Nice. What's your channel?
Pardon me?
What is your channel?
Way the Brush. My name's Chris Bellum. I do Way the Brush.
Geez. Well, okay. I am quite familiar with you.
right there, all the Oh, damn. Mandalorian.
Yeah, no, I signed. I'm not doing it. Ready? It's yours now. So, oh, yeah.
That was 6 guys.
Serious. It's okay.
Okay, I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, hang on. There we go, this side.
So, because I have, because the
stuff to me first week of March. You know? And so now we're like the red ball. And we actually have, since we've switched over to these prints, we actually changed our inventory. When we get back, we'll have more. So in the future,
Yeah, I'm realizing next year I probably need to try and get a bigger booth so I can have people come in inside and have like have a flow. But
also this is like
And the one thing about Adepticon that I will say is, and I don't know, I'm sure I'm not the only person to feel this way. After events like this, not just Adepticon, but you know, any convention, any big event, anything, you know, we go to Warhammer World and you know, Warhammer Day and stuff like that. But when you attend these events, it kind of fills up the hobby gas tank. You get refilled with your enthusiasm for the hobby. And that's what I really enjoy about this event, is how kind of recharged I feel coming back. Because the first thing I wanted to do was play with all my new toys, start making videos again. I did not get a chance to work on this video until, you know, now. And yeah, I've already seen a whole bunch of people sharing their thoughts on things. I didn't really watch a lot of them because I didn't really want any of their opinions or anything like that swaying mine. And yeah, but I enjoyed it. Wednesday, first thing, got in, checked in, grabbed my badge, then chatted, went in, caught the Warhammer reveals. That was a lot of fun. Sat right in the front row, big screen right in front of you, the whole thing. It was really, really fun. Really, really fun. It was fun. And yeah, that was the Wednesday night. Sat around, talked with everybody, and then went back to the hotel room, checked out, but went to bed. And then, yeah, Thursday was the beginning of the days. And I was just, you know, I was trying to get as much footage as possible. Now so here is the next big thing. And this is also part of criticism and what have yous. But yeah, Golden Demon. I have like next to no footage of Golden Demon. Every time I was taking the opportunity to go and get some footage, take some pictures and what have yous of the cabinets and everything like that, it was always packed. And where they have it, it is really, really cramped on two sides of it. And it's also kind of claustrophobic on the other end where they take the sign-ins. And one of the things that, you know, I mean, it's to be expected. There's not much you can do about it. But what's kind of annoying is people just kind of standing around, having conversations, looking at a model, but then talking to each other and just talking for a while. Like, you know, move along. Like, you saw the thing. Like, are you gonna, you know, write a thesis on it? No? Then go to the next cabinet and have a look and, you know, share your thoughts. I'm not like that. I know, it's kind of annoying, and it's probably only a thing that maybe an influencer or content creator, you know, cares about. But yeah, it was, I just never got a good opportunity. I mean, I'm sure if I went at night, that would have worked out well, but by the time nights rolled around, I mean, I wasn't in the mood to film or, you know, do anything like that. And yeah, so this video, the Golden Demon coverage will be very, very minimal, practically non-existent, if I'm being honest. And yeah, it's one side, like, again, like I said, it was very narrow on one side. One side was where the closest to the windows. It was really only wide enough for 1.5 people to get through. So if you had somebody who was a bit bigger, you couldn't get through that aisleway. And so if they were standing there having conversation, talking about the weather and what have you, not talking about the miniatures or engaged with the miniatures, they were just standing there, you know? And again, that was kind of annoying. And that also soured my mood on trying to cover that, because like it was just annoying. It was annoying. And, you know, I don't go to these things to be annoyed. I go to these things to enjoy myself and to, again, to refill the hobby gas tank, as it were. And you know, like, I know it's such a dumb thing to be annoyed by, and even saying it out loud, I feel kind of like a jerk saying it. You know what I mean? Because people are trying to enjoy themselves. They're enjoying themselves, and here I am. You know, you know, oh, excuse me. You know, but it's just the way I feel about it. I mean, you know, it's. I mean, I didn't say nothing. I wasn't. I don't think I was rude to anybody. I hope I wasn't. If I was, if anybody was out there that, you know, says, yeah, Chris was there and he was kind of rude, please let me know. You're gonna have to let me know who you were though, because I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, Adepticon was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Golden Demon, parking, those things were annoying a little bit. Again, I mean, like, I was at a different hotel, so the parking thing wasn't that big an issue. But if I was at the hotel, if I had a room at the hotel and I could not get a parking space, oh yeah, I would be livid. I would be livid. And I don't blame anybody who went to that counter and was not terribly happy with their situation, because I don't blame them. I mean, I would be the same way. And as far as the Golden Demon's concerned, yeah, I mean, that's the only complaint really I have. The entries, what I saw, fantastic. I wish I could have covered more of them. A lot of the painting competitions, like Creature Caster has one, Reaper has one. I think the Conquest, the game Conquest, I think they had a painting thing going on. Somebody else had a painting thing going on. It was Creature Caster, Reaper, the Conquest. Somebody else had, I think, like a painting competition.
Want to get a better shot.
Oh no,
So like if somebody charges me on the pole, I have to make a distance check. Got it. Because I haven't moved yet. The leader. Yeah.
I like the fact that, like, the dirt on the wheels, the barbed wire. Oh yeah, I wanted to make yeah, like these two. I wanted to get barbed wire. I wanted the doll feel like a Stargate thing in it, and like. What if we drew no prisoners?
I don't know what the fuck it is about me, but when I play tournaments, like 6 years of playing tournaments, I cannot eat food while the tournament is happening. Just submit your points and like,
Fucking love it. And we got that Southwest Season Salad from Panera, man. Southwest Season Salad hits. Avocado.
Doing this like no joke. Like, it's very hard to do.
I want to get into it, but every time I hear people it's like buy it.
The resin stuff we make and sell, like we have to wear gas masks. Like
It's turn 2. I have another command point.
But it's not your command phase yet.
But I would have got one.
Yeah, go on. Try reload.
I would have. Yeah. Just roll it. If you roll 6s and that. I rolled 1 6. Then I have to look it up. It might be -4. I'm pretty sure it's not.
Then you'll have that objective because I'm OC2 with the thank you, sir.
And we would just give them +1 to move. Or
Oh man, there was just so much to see, so much great hobbying. Even in at the historicals, I was checking out like the games going on and stuff like that. And this one table, this one fella built, and it was, I'm pretty sure he said it was started off as like a Stalingrad kind of board. It was for bolt action. Bolt action? Yeah, I think it was for bolt action. And it was a fantastic table. He had trenches all cut into the board, razor wire, and it had a really, really great aesthetic and vibe, level of work, passion. And this is the kind of thing that I tell a lot of people, and I'm sure many of you have heard this before, but for me, when I see a really well done gaming table, you know how I know it's a really well done table? It's because I immediately want to play. When I see that table, man, I don't even care what the game is. Let's play. I'm in. What is going on? This is fantastic. This looks awesome. And you see all the miniatures and the painted and everything looks great. And you know what I mean? It's the whole experience, and it draws you into the game, and it makes you want to play. It makes you want to paint. It makes you want to read about the lore. It just sucks you into the hobby. And that, to me, is one of the best things about this hobby, is how just a simple moment like that can just recharge your enthusiasm for everything. There was another table, Space Hulk. They had it all built up with LEDs, and they had the tracking markers, and they had like little blinking lights in them. They had explosions for the flamer hits and everything like that. They were using the new Terminator models for all the squads, and it was I guess it was the squad start on the outside, and they have to make their way to the center to a Thunderhawk to escape. There is video of it, so I will show that while I'm talking about this. But yeah, it was fantastic. I thought that was just awesome. I wanted to play. I wanted to get in on that game, but obviously, to be honest, I didn't sign up for any of the games, so that's why. Amazing. I went there for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I didn't play a single game. Didn't play a single game. That's kind of hilarious. So yeah, it was just a lot of, checking everything out, and, all the vendors all over the place, and a lot of different kinds of vendors. I seen a lot of 3D printing vendors offering 3D prints, or they were selling the 3D prints that they were doing and things like that, which was very, very cool. There was another interesting one. Man, I don't know if I got enough footage of him, but he was selling energy supplements. I thought that was very, very interesting. Kind of, the gamer supplements, kind of keep your energy up, and, and also is good for, those into training and what have you. I'll try and have a link for that product for everybody interested out there, because you know, it sounded very interesting. It's an energy supplement kind of thing, you know, just kind of perk you up and, you know, keep you in the game. And you know, I highly recommended to him that you know, he talked to, you know, the teams on the that were doing the tournaments and stuff like that, because those are really the kind of folk that, you know, could benefit from an energy supplement, as it were, and, you know, keep them going throughout those long day of gaming. I mean, doing those tournaments, man, that's a long time to be playing. That's a lot of 40k Warhammer, Age of Sigmar. You name the game, they're playing it. It was a lot of Shatterpoint and Star Wars, and like, it was everything, man. Tons of games. It's tons of all the miniature games, even games I never even heard of.
We can all pause. If you have a drink, hold it up. Listen, we bring a lot of elements and a lot of fun to this hobby. And finished right now, it does become terrain.
Yeah, the magic of it. That's right, yeah. And these monsters, you want to smash that dude for me. So go ahead and smash it with your ring all the way down. And then that is your own unique wizard sigil. So that is the horned imp. And there's 22 different wizard sigils.
So we made this model specifically. You guys may not care about this one, but because our model features together four models. Yeah, I remember this one.
Which one was it? That's just like the booth on the Apple. None. Yeah, you gotta go for it.
So yeah, another one that I was really excited about was running into the team at Res Games. They're doing the Warzone Eternal tabletop game. I'm a longtime fan of the Mutant Chronicles universe. It is second in the length of time in which I've been involved with that game. Not involved, but like aware, playing it, part of it, you know. Warhammer 40,000, that was early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And Mutant Chronicles, I think I got into it around like 93, 94, maybe early in that 92, because it was a board game, and then there was a tabletop version. And I also used to play the card game Doom Trooper. Used to play that. But yeah, Mutant Chronicles, yeah, that's a fun one. So yeah, hopefully that we see more of that from those from that company. Man, there was just so much paintbrushes, paints, models. Like there's just so much, and you know, and it was so busy. It was so busy. Like the vendor hall, you were constantly trying to like snake your way through all these people, and it's not like people were just standing around, you know, staring at the ceiling or, you know, smelling their fingers or anything like that. Like it was, you know, they were shopping and everything, and everybody was like moving along. Everything was moving along. It's not like anybody was just kind of being a piece of cholesterol in the arteries of life kind of thing. It was, you know, like people were doing their thing, and you know, it was just really, really busy. You know, it was just really, really busy, and that's a good thing. Again, I am glad that Adepticon is getting bigger, and I hope next year it's 9,000, and the year after that 10,000. Hopefully not at that location. Otherwise, the event is going to just have to be spread over a whole bunch of hotels, and that, you know, like, what's the point at that point, right? You kind of want everybody all in one space. Even the people who were at the Regency, yeah, you kind of want those people back at the under one roof, so you can have everybody there gaming and enjoying and talking and sharing, and, you know, because again, that's the point of these conventions, right? It's sharing our combined shared passion for this hobby, whatever it be. Warhammer, you know, Mutant Chronicles, Conquest, Star Wars, Marvel, right? Like all these different things. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And, you know, it's whatever makes people happy. And yeah, and Adepticon is one of those things that has a little bit of everything for every wargamer out there. You know, there's lots of painting. You can take a class. There's lots of painting artists around. There's an area where the artists typically hang out, which is under the stairs. I don't know why they hang out under the stairs, but that apparently is where they hang out. Well, because there's a bunch of small little conference rooms, which are the classrooms, and so I'd imagine that's probably wise, because it's easy to just boop, 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 you know, and what have you. But yeah, lots of painting, lots of gaming, tournaments, lots of pick up and play. You can just pick up and play and just play games, you know, and people play for hours. You can even go, because the Adepticon staff have a huge collection of board games, and you can go and just grab a board game, sit down with your mates and play a game. If you're a little tired from the shopping, or maybe you've been knocked out of the tournament a little bit early, or whatever it is, you're done with the class, and yeah, you can just go grab a board game and sit down, chill out, and enjoy a beverage and play your favorite board games. Or a new board game, whatever, right? Again, it's a lot of fun. I really, really enjoy Adepticon. I have yet to attend LVO. I have yet to attend Nova. Those are on my list. For me, LVO is just a little close to Adepticon. I don't know financially if I can swing that one, but whereas like Nova, it's a little bit more spaced out from Adepticon, because I'm pretty sure that's late summer. And so attending that is certainly in the cards. What else? I'm just trying to think, like, what else was there going on at Adepticon? There's so much going on, like, you know, man.
calls terror? Is that calls terror?
Yeah.
Me out of range left.
Like, why? It's like, the worst they can do is say no. And we just make the shirts anyway. They're not paying for it, just basic.
Points from the War Chancer and then 6 from the General.
We're gonna do some shooting. I might as well all out attack with it because also be combos and I want to
Attack 5 times is approximately 6.
Okay.
6.
He is just going to throw about.
Shields too.
That's how it reads. That's how it works.
Like that, and they used the system, and they min-maxed some shit.
Yeah, and so what I did, I remember for some reason I bought a lot of
I'm just trying to think of some of the key points. Some of the key points that I can share, I suppose, is what I really should be saying. Some of the things that I can share. I'm trying to think of all the loot. Yeah, I'm really excited to get into my primers and paints and everything like that. Oh man, yeah. I just been trying to get to this video as soon as I got home from Adepticon, which was the Sunday. The Monday, I just basically took it easy, even though I kind of puttered around with stuff and, you know, cleaning up my workspace and all my hobby and everything like that. And yeah, it was not until the Tuesday, Wednesday that I finally got back into the swing of things, started filming, got videos posted for the Saturday, which, you know, is where I'm always geared towards. You know, with these weekend releases and such. And yeah, you know, that's really what it was all about, is just trying to get caught up on work. If things showed up earlier, you know, I probably would have got them done and then I could have probably relaxed this week. And even after filming this video, I'm going to film some other videos. So yeah. The hobby gas thing, I know it's a week since Adepticon. It's, yeah, because I'm filming this as of the Sunday. The following, so it's the 31st today. Yeah, it's Easter Sunday. And I have not even touched my Adepticon loot. And yeah, I really want to get to my priming. I'm so glad I got my gloss black. That was one of the top things I wanted to do when I got to the Badger booth, was get gloss black. And then I saw that he had the big 16-ounce bottles for 25 bucks. In Canada, that's almost 50 bucks. And he was doing 25 per or 3 for 60. That's a deal. A deal's a deal. And that's a deal. And then, of course, also I got my hands on the other primers, the metallics. It's a silver, a bronze, copper, and gold. So I'm going to try those out. And they're primers. They're the Stynylrez primers. So I want to try them out. I want to see. I'm very excited about, using like the bronze and the coppers, because I would like to do those for the boarding action terrain and lay some color and then, do some weathering and everything like that. And I want to try and do them in a fairly quick but efficient and clean kind of way, because I've done almost every box. Into the Dark, Soul Shackle, Gallow Fall, all those boxes. I have all the terrain. I've assembled them all, almost all of them. The last one I didn't assemble, which had the escape pods and everything like that. That one has not been assembled yet, so I still got to finish that set. But it's going to be a very big, dense board of boarding action terrain that I'll have. I know some of you are probably like, what are you going to do with all that terrain? I don't know. Because I want to do them in different colors, because I'd like to have, various, visuals. I don't like to have, and whenever I've seen a lot of boarding action terrain, everybody paints it black and then dry brushes, and it's not bad. It's just, you can do a little bit more, and you can have a little bit more fun. And why is that when we are thinking of quick ways of painting something, where our immediate default is to prime it black? Because of the shadows? But then that just ends up leaving a very dark miniature. So, and if you want to have color and variation, right? I know, we're ranting here, but yeah.
But at the end of my turn, if I have not done a wound or a hole point to it, something random in my army takes care of it.
First time doing it, I didn't know how much stock to bring.
No, you're not the first. There's another artist who's promoted it. We sold out first day. Not even at the end of the day.
My wife
Anyway, hey, you want to check out? These are on audiobook. Let me give you my card. Yeah. You search me up if you want to check those out. Please do go for it. Just search my name and Google it. Find all this stuff. Cool, man.
Okay, words of wisdom. Share some insight. I don't think she realized this is a video.
I don't. I can't hear anything.
So this one is a hero. This one is actually a unit. But yeah, they're gonna die because they rolled fucking straight card.
So that's 5 hits on
5 hits. So I gotta.
Okay, impart some wisdom on us.
Chris is a clown and should not be trusted.
Well, he plays some Battlefleet Gothic.
Wait, I don't get to impart wisdom with each.
Which means how far my troops
Nobody's gone. Yes. Wait, that's not gone?
We're all smart access.
It's just sort of where the piece is made.
I'm going to aim and double fire my.
Is this Woodland Scenics?
It is. It's a sister brand.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Probably a 511. Yeah.
I don't have the first one pack. They're at the main oh, they're out too? Okay, well, that must be all out.
No, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Adepticon, man. I enjoyed it. I have fun. It definitely was what the doctor ordered as far as, you know, getting me back into this and getting me excited again. Because I'm not going to lie. Last year or so, I have just not really been feeling it. It's been very, very tough. It's been very, very challenging the last couple of years. Since the pandemic, really. Just, you know, financially, emotionally, mentally, you know. I think the world is like that, and because you see a lot of content creators right now kind of dropping off. You see new ones coming in, but that's the nature of things, really. And yeah, but I had a lot of fun. The event definitely recharged the batteries, as it were, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm curious. I am curious to see what happens. Like, what happens when it hits 10,000 people and they're at that same location? What happens? It's just going to be too dense. It's going to be too packed. And all you're going to have is basically this super spreader event. That's all it's going to be, is a super spreader. Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm sitting here just pondering, thinking, enjoying the memories, as it were, of the fun that was had. And yeah, when I go and I just attend as myself and, you know, wander the halls and chat with everybody and observe everybody's miniatures and enjoy the games and watch some of the games that I'm not familiar with and see how they're played. And I try not to interrupt anybody. I don't want to interfere with their experience. So I just observe, I just watch. I try not to ask too many questions or anything like that of what they're doing and, you know, things of that nature. Yeah, it's just a really good time. If you can, you know, pull it together and attend the event yourself, I highly recommend it. If you're only going to attend one event, Adepticon, I would recommend Adepticon. If you're going to be in North America, or if you're going to cross over and come to North America, because I know, like, there's other events around the world that are, you know, the premier gaming experience, but for my money, Adepticon is probably the best one. Gen Con is just too big and it's too broad. LVO and Nova, I know I keep lumping those two together, but from what I understand, they're mostly tournament. Now, from what I understand, Adepticon used to be just a tournament, and then evolved into the convention that it has become. And so I would imagine LVO and Nova will eventually become like Adepticon was, you know, 10 years ago, kind of thing, right? And you know, that's great. I think that's wonderful, and that'll be another stop on the list. Although, like I said, LVO just seems a little too close for Adepticon for my liking. I wish these events were a little bit more spaced out, these big conventions. But again, that's why I only really concentrate on Adepticon, even though, like, Nova is a little closer to my location. Or is it? Maybe it's about the same distance, I guess, because it's Washington. It's about like a 9-hour drive, and Chicago from my location is about less than a 9-hour drive. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with any of that, but I think I'm wrapping up. I think I've shared just about everything I feel like sharing at the moment. If there are other things I think of while I am editing this video, I will try and include them in the video. And yeah, yeah, I think that's it. I want to thank you guys for watching, for tuning in. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys in the next one. or I'll see you at Adepticon. And if you see me at Adepticon, don't be afraid to stop and say hi, get a selfie or whatever, you know, or just talk some painting. If you got a painting question, you want some advice, feel free to ask. Stop me. Especially if I'm just wandering around. If I look like I'm just kind of like, you know, if it looks like I'm doing that, yeah, feel free to bother me. Go ahead, feel free. Go ahead. Because I'm not really into anything at that point. But if I'm like playing a game or whatever and you want to ask me painting questions, then, you know, maybe wait till I'm not occupied with the game, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, just feel free. That's why I'm there. That's why I'm there, is to have fun and to interact with all of you. And that's really the point of these events, is to get out of the damn house, go paint some models, go play some games, talk about your favorite aspects of the lore, everything. Enjoy it all. That's what it's there for. And there's so much. And be open to the new games. Wild in the Streets, Relic Blade, you know, Star Wars. Star Wars is a big name, but you know what I mean? Like, there's lots and lots and lots. So much. Can't even keep up. Can't even keep up. Why even try? All right. I'll see you all later.
Some words of wisdom.
Don't drink out of the same cup that you wash your brushes. And if you do, flavor it.